Welcome to Servant of the Fates. Today's pick a card reading is about the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. So pick the deck that sparks a memory in you. It will have your accurate messages. Guidelines below on how to do just that. Feel free to pause this video as you take your pick. As always, timestamps down below. Is there something about Tarot Mucha that is sparking a memory in you? Or maybe it's Cosmo Tarot. Or why not Tarot Vintage? So as always, feel free to pause, rewind, and really pick the one that is sparking a strong memory. And when you're ready, let's begin. If you chose Tarot Mucha, welcome to your reading. Here are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. The first one, you have the 3 of Pentacles and the World. There is going to be a beautiful increase in the positivity of how people perceive you. So in other words, your reputation when it comes to work or whatever else is the equivalent of work for you. For a lot of you, it's going to be your workplace, okay? Your work environment, the way that your manager, your colleagues, your superiors see you, your peers. But for others, what is the equivalent of that? Maybe you're retired and it's your book club or your movie club or something like that, your group of friends. But yeah, an increase in your reputation, a boost. This is like climbing the social ladder. So there's going to be something really good happening there. Not everyone, of course, who watches this is going to get a promotion this week, but this is the energy of that too. Being appreciated for the work that you do, being uplifted for that, and getting elevated for that. So if not a promotion, then maybe just a bonus, maybe just a small salary increment, but anything that shows you are seen, you are valued, you are appreciated, okay? But it doesn't always have to be monetary with this card combination. It's just, for example, now, the people who are important in the company know your name. Like you were just a worker. You were just someone with a desk among thousands of others. But now the CEO knows your name because you did this, because you finished that project. So there is an uplift, an elevation, an increase one way or another when it comes to, you know, how fragrant your name is, right? To those who matter. So this is the beginnings. This week is the beginnings of what has great potential for success and even fame and glory for you. Okay, so a new beginning when it comes to your 10th house of career and reputation. Something so positive will happen there. And it won't stop this week. Okay, it will keep blossoming in your life. It's like a domino effect. This is just the beginning. Second thing that will happen to you in the week ahead, we have the 2 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. This is so cool because, okay, I don't want to be insulting, but I have to say it, okay? Just don't get offended. A stupid plan that you had will work out this week, okay? Other words for stupid, which is too harsh, an unlikely plan, an unstrategic plan, maybe, an unintelligent plan. An impulsive plan that you made will turn out to work out this week. Okay, a plan that you made out of desperation. This is a general reading, so you know better than me what that applies to. Is it a plan to do with a project at work? Is it a plan to go on vacation with your friends? Is it a plan for a surprise party? You know better than me. You have already made it. Okay, but this week it will work out because it was silly. And even you yourself doubted it. Like, for example, okay, I'm going to give you just like a very ridiculous example. Let's say you're a mom and you have absolutely never been interested in singing and dancing or anything like that, okay? But since your child has to perform at the talent show at school, you have to teach her or him something. Okay, but you're like the worst teacher for it. So you picked maybe a song from the 70s and you know, you should have picked a song from this era, because a song from the 70s might not elicit any applause, right? Or you taught your child choreography and you're not a dancer at all, and the dance that you picked turned out to be like from a meme. So it was never a serious dance. It was a dance that's supposed to be ridiculed. So it's like it was just terrible. And the whole time you knew you were making a mistake, but like, what else do you have? I mean, what else can you do? You're just not the authority. It's singing and dancing and talent shows, and you're doing your best for your child. But then your child performs this week. And oh my God, the applause is deafening, okay? Because it turns out that 70s song, it sounds so revolutionary that your child is not singing something by Bruno Mars or a K-pop band. Like, they stood out because they sang something from the 70s, and the dance that they did, it looks like they were making a commentary on social media and all these TikTok dances. It sounded like they were criticizing how shallow the dance community has, become. So it sounded like it was intelligent and profound, even though you were actually just, making mistakes along the way. So it's that kind of energy. That's not gonna apply to most of you, but I just wanted to make an example so you can relate it to your life, right? So something like that. The whole time you knew your plan was whatever, but it works out, and it works out big time. So congratulations. This is what happens when you just trust, Honestly, when you just trust, when you're just like, I'm going to do my best, and, let the gods or the universe handle it. And then they will, because you did your best and you had good intentions. And so it's going to work out. So yeah, that's something that's going to happen to you this week. Third thing for the week ahead, you have the 7 of Wands and the Magician. This is kind of similar, but not the same, okay? There is something that you have been, a work that you're doing, a project that you're working on, and you just want to get it done. You're not putting your passion in it. You know what I mean? You're not doing it in an incompetent way. You still want to do it right, but not going beyond, whatever's expected. You're just like, okay, let's just finish this annoying freaking task, okay? It's that kind of energy. And then it turns out to be magical. You had no idea. For example, I'm going to give another mundane example and see how it relates to your own personal life, as this is a general reading and I don't know you personally. But for example, you're a chef at a restaurant and you're making your menu for the night or for the week or whatever, right? And you spent days crafting the perfect main course and the perfect desserts and even the perfect salad, something that's not bland, something that's not boring. And then at the last minute, you were told, hey, you need a soup option too for people who don't want to get the salad. So then you're like, oh my God, I'm going to finish this in 5 minutes. Like, whatever. I'm just going to put together lentil and tomato and what. Okay, that probably won't be delicious, but you know what I mean? Like, just whatever. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to get it done. Make sure people have something to order if they want soup. And then the soup goes viral. The soup apparently turns out to be the most delicious thing that you designed. Okay? So that energy, see how that applies to you. Maybe you are an aspiring actress or actor and you are auditioning at different things, different places. And the one audition that you kind of just, you didn't even memorize everything. You were just like, okay, I'm just going to finish this. Like, whatever. I'm probably not even going to get it. And I don't even want this job. I want the other ones because they're more glamorous. That's the one that you get. And not only that, that's the one that people admire you for. That's the one that you become famous for eventually. Okay? It leads you to your glory. So it's that kind of energy. Something that just annoys you. A task, a project, an audition, whatever it is, that's like, oh, I'm just going to get this done because I have to, not because I would love to, right? And then it turns out to be a great success. So similar energy, but still different, okay? Because you did your best here. You just knew it was wrong the whole time. But this one, you made it right, but you weren't passionate about it, okay? And then it works out big time. I love that. It's like magic, you have the Magician after all. It's like magic just showing up for you this week. Things working out, the universe showing up. What else? Fourth thing that will happen to you this week, you have the 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Someone helps you out financially or gives you a monetary gift in your life. This is going to be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, rising Venus, likely younger than you because it's a page, okay? So it could be a younger sibling who got a huge bonus at work, giving you like 10% of that, all right? Or someone inviting you to a lavish buffet because they recently got promoted. A fire sign in your life, okay? Or someone who is maybe an authority figure in your life, but younger than you still, which is kind of irrelevant because they are the authority figure. Maybe your manager is younger than you. But yeah, some sort of bonus from them, some sort of gift. But yeah, something that helps you out financially, okay, from a fire sign. It's not going to be that big, but it's going to be lovely because it's going to come from their heart. What do I mean from their heart? What if it's your manager? What manager has heart? Just kidding. But if it's your manager, then it's like the bonus is not because it's a scheduled bonus, end of year, whatnot. It's because they appreciated you for how you handled a specific project or task or presentation. So it's still from the heart, you know, it's appreciation, it's knowing, seeing your worth and your value. So that's something really cute as well. These are like, you know, big things. And this is just a cute monetary gift from a fire sign around you. Lovely too. Last but not least, fifth thing that will happen to you this week, you have the Hermit and the Star. You are going to have a day off. This is a very mundane thing compared to all of them, I guess, but kind of similar to this in weight. You're just going to have an unexpected day off, okay? Even if you don't work, you're like, I don't work, I'm at home all day, but you still do your chores, right? Or you still work from home, right? You still do your business. You're going to have just a total day off, and not because of something bad, but because you earned it. For example, you are a vendor online and you gave yourself a deadline of, I'm going to try to market, promote on social media and get all of these inventory sold by Friday, okay? But then someone orders something bulk, something, just everything that you have. They buy everything that you have on Wednesday. So by Thursday and Friday, you have nothing to do, okay? You have 1 or 2 days off where you're just binging Netflix and binging your favorite food, Cheetos, KFC, M&Ms, whatnot, okay? So there's going to be a day like that. And it's not going to be because you got fired so you're going to spend the day at home. No, it's going to be a positive one. It's going to be because a goal that you wanted to achieve gets accomplished sooner than you planned, okay? So if, for example, you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, or you're just a student on vacation, but you have to clean your dorm or your apartment every day, maybe on a Monday or on Tuesday, you suddenly get a burst of energy, and instead of just cleaning your bedroom and the bathroom, you clean the whole house from floor to ceiling. So then the rest of the week, you're like, yeah, I can just read a book. You know, I can just sip my hot chocolate and read a book. So it's that kind of energy, right? An unexpected day off or days off that just feels so good in a solitary way, a lot of solitude, a lot of reflecting, a lot of just chilling. Like you don't have to get anything done at all because you already got everything done prior to that. And it's a good feeling of being productive, right? It's always so good when you finish something sooner than you planned. And then you get to just chill and enjoy your harvest. So yeah, that is your week ahead. Pretty amazing. Some cute little things happening, all right? But there are big things too, right? Unexpected wins at work and in life. So congratulations. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know how they manifested for you, okay? Because I gave examples just to give you an idea of how it could come to pass. But please, honestly, let me know how your week went. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose Cosmo Tarot, welcome to your reading. These are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. For the first one, you have the 10 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. A favor that you did or will do for a person will actually earn you some money. Like it's just a favor that you did for someone. Maybe you helped them or will help them this week, because for some of you, it already happened, the first part, but for others, it will still happen, the favor. So maybe help them write an essay, write a speech, their resignation letter, or something like that, or help them choose music for their wedding party, something like this, okay? And you did it as a favor for a friend or a friend of a friend, and then they are so happy with the results that they actually pay you for it. Now, for a lot of you, this favor is going to have more to do with your intuition than your skills. What do I mean by that? It is more spirituality than intelligence. So I did mention essay, music, but for some of you, it's going to be you read someone's palmistry for fun, and they really liked the things that you said, that they end up Venmoing you some money to pay for your services, okay? Or you're at the restaurant and someone sees you reading your own tarot cards, and they were like, can you please answer a question for me? Just a quick one, just like 5-minute reading. And then you say, you know what, why not? And then they end up paying for your meal. Like when you're about to pay, the waitress tells you, actually, that table already paid for everything. So it's that kind of energy, okay? An intuitive thing that you do, for most of you, it's going to be like that. Astrology, tarot, palmistry, or you help someone with a spell or a prayer, something spiritual, something religious, but it could be something practical too, like writing an essay, helping choose songs, or singing, I don't know, some track for someone to prepare them for their own performance, something like that, okay? You're doing it out of the goodness of your heart, and it pays, like it will. It will be a source of income for you, a nice monetary surprise. Congratulations on your earnings. Second thing that will happen to you this week, you have the Page of Swords and the Empress. There is going to be a day in the week when everyone from morning till night will just compliment you, okay? It starts with like the butler in your building, and then your taxi driver or whatnot, and then your manager, and then your colleagues, and then your partner, and your parents, and your kids, and the teachers at your kids' school. They're just going to compliment you. It's just a cute little day when everyone thinks you are prettier or more handsome than usual, okay? You already are, but than usual. So maybe there's a day when your hair is just shinier than usual, or your outfit is just the perfect match for like your build, right? Or something that you do with your makeup, or you do your nails, or the shoes that you're wearing. And yeah, it's just a moment in a day, or lots of moments in a day, but it's going to boost your self-esteem, and it's going to let you know what actually works for you physically. Like it's that hairstyle, or it's that color palette that's great for you, or it's these kind of shoes, or it's that bag that brings out the blue in your eyes. You know what I mean? So it's just one day, 24 hours of relentless compliments, and it's lovely. But in addition to that, beyond that day, it boosts your self-esteem, and it lets you know what works for you, what brings out your beauty the most, your natural beauty the best. So lovely, lovely, lovely Empress energy, whether you're a man or a woman, okay? That applies. Third thing that will happen to you this week, you have the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. You are setting boundaries with someone or something, okay? There is a person or a situation in your life, it's a general reading, so see how it resonates with you, that is kind of toxic and disrespectful. For example, I work in advertising, and there's this kind of toxic thing in advertising where the creative directors are supposed to be eccentric. They're supposed to be kind of mean, and that's how you know that they're good. That's just a thing in advertising. I don't know if that applies to maybe the fashion world as well. I could see that applying there as well. But yeah, the bosses, the meaner they are, the better they are at their job, and the more admired they are. But if that is like your environment, this boss is just eccentric. It's just their personality. It's who they are. But for you, you want to set boundaries. You don't want to be spoken to the way that they do. You don't want anything rude in your environment. You know, you don't want that kind of energy in your reality. So you're just going to walk away. Like they're talking to you. It could be a literal walking away. Like they're talking to you in their office and you don't like their tone. So you just walk away. You know, you get out of the door, you slam the door in their face. It's that kind of energy, just setting boundaries. It could be a moment like that, like one moment like that, or it could be you resign altogether. Okay, and here's the thing. It's gonna work out because we have a 10 here. So it's gonna work out. So if you walked out of the office because your manager was speaking to you, I was gonna say speaking and then talking, so speaking, whatever. Jesus. So if they were talking to you in a weird way, like in a disrespectful way, they see you walking out, they're going to apologize and they're going to change. Like it's gonna work out for you. You know, this risk that you take, or if you resign, you submit your letter of resignation, they're going to sit you down and say, I'm sorry, I know why you're resigning. Can you please give me a second chance? Can we please have a redo of this? And I promise it won't be like that anymore. Stay. We value you. Okay, so whatever this is, you're going to do it impulsively, but because you are faithful to yourself, to your self-respect, right? And it will work out fine for you. So that's a good thing. Kind of dramatic. But a good thing all the same. That is just an example. The job, maybe it's your partner, okay? Maybe it's your partner that does something kind of shady or disrespectful towards you and you're like, I'm done with this relationship. Maybe it's a friend who keeps talking over you while you're telling stories and you're just like, no, I cannot have friends like you who are always competing with me, who never listen to me. And then they apologize and they change. So see how it manifests for you. Actually, if you're listening to this, then you already know who I'm talking about. If it's the manager, the friend, or the partner, because it's so common to have that kind of person in your social circle, right? So yeah, things are going to work out between the two of you this week. And it's all because you are brave enough to stand up for yourself. Congratulations. Fourth thing that will happen to you this week, we have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This is you starting to make money, kind of similar to this. Could be related to this, but it can't be the same thing because they're separate things. But maybe because of this, okay, a favor that you did, because of a skill that you have or a spiritual talent that you have, made you money. And because of that, it boosts your confidence. So you start making some sort of business, not so official, it's within the same week. So of course it's not going to be like you register yourself as an LLC, you build a website, not quite yet, but in your own way you begin to tell your acquaintances, your friends that you're doing it now for money, whatever that is. And immediately in the same week, maybe this happens Tuesday, this happens Sunday, you make money out of it, right? Immediately there is a harvest, there is a fruition. So the Knight of Wands is a passion that you have, a skill, a talent that you have, whether that's palmistry, tarot, astrology, writing, music, dancing, teaching choreography, okay? Something that you just love doing for yourself and you help others out when you can, okay? They ask for favors, you give it. Now you're going to announce to the world that I'm going to try to make money out of it. When you guys want a tarot reading, it's $20. If you want me to write a speech or an essay, it's $50. I'm just throwing amounts, but I don't know how much it really costs. But yeah, so you're going to actually make money of it. And this is it. This is the beginning. This week is the beginning of you becoming known for it. And you know what? With the Queen of Pentacles here, whether you're a man or a woman, okay? This will eventually be your main source of income. Not starting this week, okay? This is just the seedling and like the first little harvest. But eventually, maybe months, years down the line, you will be leaving your job or your industry, whatever it is you do, to fully pursue this, okay? And it all begins this week with two different things. One is an unexpected payment for a favor that you do. And the other is you actively putting it out to the world, to the universe, your intention, saying, I want to make money from this, okay? This is the beginning of your financial security, of your financial stability and independence. This is the beginning of your passions and your finances merging. How lovely is that? Some people spend their whole lives working at jobs they hate. But here you are starting this week, making money from something that you love and from something that loves you back because you're so good at it and it just works for you. You know, a lot of people say that tarot, astrology, palmistry, it's a scam, right? And sometimes it is, because not everyone is talented and not everyone means well when they do it for you. But you are someone who actually is good at it. The craft works for you. Like, you know, divination, or if we're not talking about divination for you specifically who's watching this, then maybe it's writing. You're actually good at writing. Or maybe it's making music. You're actually good at it, you know? So your craft loves you back. So from here on out, you're going to start making money from it. And it's not going to be fast, okay? We're just talking about your weekly reading, not your, you know, life purpose and your financial future. But this is just to touch on that. This is the beginning of success, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, she doesn't back down. Once you have her and you're getting her this week, she's not going to turn back into a knight or a page. No, she upgrades from here on out to the king, to the empress, to the emperor. So yeah, this is going to become big for you. Wow. Whatever your passion is, please let me know, because it's going to be your main source of income soon, and there's going to be a lot of income indeed. Last but not least, fifth thing that will happen to you in the week ahead, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Small but cute and lovely and feels wonderful. A water sign in your life, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Rising, Venus, will just give you a gift or treat you somewhere. Pay for your dinner, pay for your lunch, or take you on some sort of vacation, maybe not international, but just like the weekend at the beach, that kind of energy. Or they just give you something like a fruit basket or a cake, or, you know, a tub of ice cream. It's not that expensive, but it means so much to you. One, because you actually want it. Like if it's ice cream, you're actually a sweet tooth. Or if it's going to the beach, then you actually love tanning or just, you know, hearing the waves. It's going to be something that you love, even if it's small, even if it's not that expensive. You're going to enjoy it. Okay. Again, this is a general reading, so I don't know if you're someone who likes going to the beach or you're someone who likes ice cream, but those are just examples. See how it resonates with you. Okay. But a water sign in your life, it's a page. So likely younger than you. If you're a mom, it could be your child, it could be your grandchild. Okay. If you're a manager, it could be one of the employees in your team that's so close to you. They're not going to be sucking up. No, it's just because they love you and you have like a friendship outside of work. But yeah, someone likely younger than you, water sign, they're going to give you a gift that you are going to love. Love, love, love. Even if it costs nothing. Okay. Maybe they're just going to take you on a ride around the neighborhood and you're listening to your favorite songs. And it's going to be a core memory for you, okay? Even if it's like free, basically. So yeah, it's a small gift, either monetary or tangible or something else entirely. And it's going to mean a lot to you. So this is your week ahead. There is money. There are gifts, okay? There are compliments. And there is a win when it comes to setting boundaries. Overall, really wonderful week. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose Tarot Vintage, welcome to your reading. Here are the 5 things that will happen to you in the week ahead. The first one, you have the Four of Cups and the Page of Cups. This is an unexpected social invitation. Even though you're someone who doesn't like attending parties, for example, you're going to have amazing fun at this. Okay, it will come maybe at the beginning of the week, something for the weekend, something you don't expect from someone you don't expect as well, likely a water sign, Sun, Rising, Venus, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, with a Page of Cups, possibly someone younger than you. So yeah, there's going to be an invitation. Whether it's a wedding, that's why I'm saying it's unexpected. Like the wedding has been planned for months, maybe years, but you're getting the invitation now and it's for like this weekend, this coming weekend. So you're like, oh my God, I'm suddenly in the guest list. So it's something like that, okay? I just heard something for some of you. This is kind of sweet because you are being invited as a +1, okay? As a +1, as a date. So for the singles out there, if you have a crush on someone who is a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces at work, or maybe in the neighborhood, it's that person extending this invitation to you. And that's why probably you're going to have a lot of fun. But that's not for everyone, okay? For others, it's just a social invitation, maybe from a colleague, maybe from a sibling, maybe from a friend, okay? But you're going to have fun there, okay? God, Cups energy, both of them, this is emotional satisfaction. This is feeling good, feeling light, and this is just joy and happiness. So whatever it is, you're going to enjoy it, this invitation, this party, this event. Second thing that will happen to you, separate from this, okay, you are popular. You are popular this week. So with the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, this is workplace romance. Juicy. So there is someone at work who is going to be making a gesture of romance towards you, asking you out for coffee, or asking you out on a date, or just complimenting you, asking you straight out if you're single. So things like that. There's someone at work. Again, we have water signs, but also Leo, okay? And honestly, you are popular because I'm hearing a lot of energies. You have water signs, you have Leo, you have Mercurian energy as well. So you have Virgo, you have Gemini. People at work just like you. It doesn't mean everyone has a crush on you. Maybe the others are not interested in you in a romantic way, in a physical way, but they admire you this week, okay? At work, you are admired this week. People notice you, the way that you look, the way that you talk, the way that you work. You get compliments here and there. And then there's that one person who goes above and beyond by turning their interest romantic, okay? So wait for that message. It's separate from this. Maybe it's two people. Maybe both are from work. Maybe not. It's a general reading. See how it resonates with you. Maybe one is a friend of a friend and the other is a colleague from a different department, right? But yeah, workplace romance, and beyond the workplace romance, people just admiring you, okay? And you know what? It's going to feel extra good because the people who will be complimenting you, which may or may not include the one who's romantically interested in you, are people who are popular themselves at work, okay? The Leo, the Gemini, the Virgo. The Gemini and the Leo are like the popular kids, if we're talking about school. They're the extroverted ones. Everyone loves talking to them, hanging out with them. They love it when they present because everything's so flashy. And then the Virgo is like the intelligent guy from finance, the one who's so good at analyzing data and whatnot, this strategic marketer or this amazing creative director, right? So people who are very excuse me, competent and good and creative at their job and who are so popular in the organization, in the office, right? Miss and Mr. Congeniality in the office. They're the ones who are going to be showering you with compliments. Wow. And then the water signs too. So the kind ones, the nice ones, the sweet ones. So it's good people, popular people, making you feel good and popular too this week. So that's always good beyond the romance, but the romance itself, just by itself, is pretty cute. Third thing that will happen to you this week, you have Death and the Devil. Amazing, very profound. So we talked about lighthearted, beautiful things happening to you. Someone inviting you out as a +1 to a wedding or asking you out to dinner, cute, to a party. And then this workplace romance, someone who has a crush on you, people complimenting you because they like what you're wearing or they like what you said, right? And how you finished a job. But this one, it's deeper. This week, you get over an addiction that you have. You finally defeat your demons. By addiction, I don't mean something so scary. I don't think meth addicts are listening to my channel anyway. But for example, bad habits that you have been so attached to. Like, for example, maybe you have hypertension, high blood pressure, but you're someone who's very much into fats and butter and pork, and it's bad for you, but you couldn't give it up. It's been years now. You're just eating pizza every day. Or you're someone who has diabetes or is pre-diabetic, right? But you eat cake and chocolate and sugar every single day, and you just know that that's bad for you. Or You're someone who is losing bone mass or muscle mass, but you don't exercise because you cannot muster the energy to do it, or the will, the self-discipline to do it, but you know that you have to. This week you finally begin. You finally begin taking care of yourself, your health, your fitness, your well-being. But that is just an example. Maybe it's not your body. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe it's your mind. Maybe you're someone who's still in love and obsessed with a former flame, okay? And okay, so the ice cream man is outside with his bell. So I feel like that's like a confirmation that for some of you, this addiction, this self-defeating habit is still being in love with your ex, still messaging your ex, still hoping that they will love you back again or ask for your forgiveness. And you just know that it's bad for you because you're basically worshiping the person that crushed you. You are worshiping the person who broke you. Like, wow, have you no self-love? Have you no self-respect? Have you no self-esteem, right? That's an addiction too. Being addicted to people, to a feeling, being infatuated and obsessed, especially with those who hurt you. So yeah, this week that changes. It is the death of that addiction, the death of that self-defeating habit. You succeed this week, okay? You conquer your demons. You overcome your addictions. This is really good. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad this is happening for you because this is something you have been battling for years, okay? For years. And finally, this is it. This is the year. This is the time that you turn your life around. Congratulations. This is major. And yeah, I'm happy that this blessing is coming towards you, that you're finally taking that step. Good for you. Fourth thing that will happen to you this week, you have Temperance and the 10 of Cups. There is going to be a healing, a reconciliation, a reunion when it comes to a family member or someone you consider family, maybe it's a very close friend, that you no longer are talking to. Okay, someone who hurt you, someone you hurt, maybe both, right? But there is a member of your family, or again, someone you feel was a family member because of how close you were to this friend. Yeah, there's a reconciliation there. There's a healing of the rift of the energy and acceptance of apology, okay? The card of Temperance, this is Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, Venus, so it could be someone like that. But this is also Archangel Michael, so maybe someone whose initials are AM, or MA, okay, the other way around, or someone named Mike, Mika, Michael, Miguel, right? So angel, someone named Cherubin, Angel, could be. Someone who loves wearing red, perhaps. So there is a give and take in this apology. Look at the cup. You don't know if the water is going down or going up. So if this person initiates the apology, you're going to be humble enough to say, I'm sorry for my part too. And then so there's just going to be goodwill all around from the two of you, and it's going to be better from here on out because you now know each other's boundaries, you now know each other's triggers, you now know each other's expectations from the other person. So a relationship that has always meant something to you will be healed. Okay, we're not talking about an ex. No, this is family or friend that feels like family. It could be an ex if you were married to this person, because if they were your husband or your wife, then they were family at some point. But if it's just like, some guy from Tinder, then no. Okay, this is a profound healing with someone who matters to you, who mattered to you, and honestly, subconsciously still does. So they're going to approach you this week, right? They're going to apologize, and you yourself will admit your own part, and there is genuine forgiveness from both of you and an authentic attempt at becoming better towards each other. So congratulations on that as well. Beautiful, profound things, these two, which is not to diminish how cute these other two are, but they're more lighthearted, they're more day-to-day energies. And these are like, major, overcoming an addiction and healing your relationship with someone who has always been loyal to you, but something happened along the way. Last but not least, fifth thing that will happen to you This week, the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords. Another profound one. A fear that you have been anticipating doesn't happen. The possibility of it ends and dies, okay? For example, there has been company-wide layoffs, random ones in your organization, okay? For like 4 months now, it has been happening every day. 1 or 2 people get laid off, or every week, 1 department gets laid off, all of them. And you're still in the middle of that, and you're like, looking for new jobs now, and you're terrified of getting fired, of losing this source of income. And then this week, there is an announcement, an email, a Slack from the CEO, from the CFO saying, the layoffs are done, everyone can chill now. This won't happen again until next year, or hopefully never, okay? Like, we have offset whatever money troubles we were having. Things are okay now. So something like that was hanging on the balance, you know what I mean? Your job or another source of income, like you were hoping to get sacked or fired or get laid off. Not hoping, but anticipating because of, the reality of the situation. But then it dies. Like, the possibility of that scary thing just dies entirely. I was called to say something else, something about apartment complex. The landlord selling the property, so he or she can't rent it anymore to you and to your family, because one by one they're selling off their units, and then they announce, no, okay, I'm not selling the last 3 or the last 4, and one of those is your house, is your apartment. So then you were scared of getting evicted because your apartment that you're renting is being sold. But no, that possibility dies. Now you can stay put where you are. There's stability once more when it comes to your home life. So situations like that, okay? A fear that you're anticipating, the possibility dies. No more, you don't have to be scared anymore. You can chill from here on out. So there you go. This is your week ahead. Beautiful thing, cute thing, amazing thing, something profound and something wonderful happening for you. Relationships, right? Improving and becoming. People revealing their interest in you, complimenting you. And there's going to be that party, that event that you're going to enjoy very much as well. And honestly, congratulations on this, on overcoming. Congratulations in advance, I suppose. But yeah, congrats on overcoming your demons, conquering your addictions. That's a big thing. And I'm so happy for you, for your health, for your well-being, for your peace of mind moving forward. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.